everyone, to another episode of Amplify, where we like to highlight movers and shakers and just people that I like and that are fancy. My guest today, I am very honored to be doing this with these two ladies. And not only that, this is a themed episode. This is dedicated to all the mothers, all the mamas out there. Remember, you are not alone. And there is just a lot of support out there for you. So my guests today, Marlena Scott, Jama Banks from the Housing Initiatives team over at Cross Country Mortgage. Welcome, ladies, and thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Glad to be here.
Yes. And this is, like I said, a theme towards Mother's Day. As we approach Mother's Day, we celebrate all the moms, all the mothers, right? Because we all wear what? Different types of hats, right? And that's why us ladies got hats. And, there are so many of us that are caretakers, that are game changers, that we wear just a different hat every single day, probably multiple hats every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So ladies, let's start out. What is the hat that you currently wear that's like the priority? Jama, we'll start off with you. Like, what is your priority hat right now going on?
I'm a mom first. I'm always a mom first.
Okay.
You know, I do tend to blend work and motherhood,
Yep.
but my daughter and my son are always on the forefront of whatever I'm doing.
Yep. Amen. Yep. Marlena?
Yep.
I have to agree with that. Caretaker is probably my first hat right now. I have two small ones. Also parents, they're aging. So, you have to balance everybody, make decisions for everyone. So I would probably say that's the hat I wear most.
Okay. That's the hat you wear. Okay. So for me, I'm at the end of, I'm entering the empty nest stage, the season of my life. So my children are more adult children. They really can take care of themselves. So I feel like I'm entering the empty nest / focus on my career more hat because I had children more earlier, right?
Yeah.
Which it is, honestly, it's a breath. I really am enjoying that.
I'm just getting started. So
Get out. But you know what? I know it's such a blessing and a privilege and honor to be moms. Like it's really is, as much as we work hard. So I know that work-life balance, right, Jama? Like we talk about that as women across, whether you're on the mortgage side or vendor side or technology, whatever space you're in. You how can I say it? Like work-life balance. It's possible. I know it is. If you have to give advice, what would it be?
Oh man. I'm not the best at it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can remember taking that extra call or responding to that last email and having to drag race down the parkway to get to my daughter and be 10 minutes late and look at that lady like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I've been
So,
there.
all I can say is forgive yourself. I mean, that has been and I'm still learning to just forgive yourself, right? Just,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. Maybe Marlena has better advice, but I wish I could tell you that I have it all figured out and I'm like, I compartmentalize and I'm like, it's home and then there's work. It all blends. It all blends. Like my work calendar is my only calendar. I've got my daughter's prom. I've got her graduation party. All that's on the thing. It all kind of goes together.
And absolutely right. It's okay we have to blend things. I don't think it's a bad thing to blend, but you have to give yourself grace. I do believe that. Like it's okay. Marlena, what are your thoughts? Like work-life balance, it is possible. What advice can you give to the mamas out there?
So I'm actually going to say it's not possible. And the reason why I say it's not possible is because you're always going to be juggling something and a ball is going to drop. And so one aspect of your life is always going to kind of outweigh the other.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way that it doesn't exist. It's just, I think as women, we should start telling ourselves it's okay that they don't balance, because there's always going to be shifts and changes in our lives. And, if a ball drops, don't be mad at yourself. Just, just pick it up and keep going because it's hard. And I'm the first one to say, you know what, that ball dropped today. I'm not picking it up. Like it's on to the next thing. So.
It happens.
So you said I'm picking up that bomb and leave it just down there.
No.
That is great. Thank you, ladies, because I know this is going to resonate with someone, right? This is going to resonate with someone. And especially with you having little ones, Marlena, that ball driving might be a little bit more frequent than someone who has more adult kids, right? So I really like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So again, we all wear multiple hats. Let's go ahead and change some hats, ladies. So I'm gonna look at my hair. Let's change some hats.
Oh. I'm going to the hat that I wear most of the time.
This is my newest hat. This is my newest collection. CCM.
I like that.
I like it. The blue
I
word.
need to get that one.
Yeah. It's a little big, but we're gonna make it work.
Yes. So we're going to change hats, right? We're going to kind of shift a little bit. So now all of us have worked in the housing initiative space, right? The mission space. I know your team is dedicated over at Cross Country to really be impactful and make a difference within home ownership, the minority community. And I know you guys are working to something really great. So good things, great things to come from Cross Country Mortgage. Where does that passion stem from? Marlena, we'll start with you.
So, I just think about how I grew up, and being a homeowner was important in our family. And so that was a place where you made memories, you had some sort of stability, growth, a lot of like important moments. So that was always important in our family. But then once I started in the industry, I realized that was not everyone's pathway. And a lot of people were in the impression that, unfortunately, based off of someone they may know or if they've seen, didn't have a good experience with owning a home. So the passion comes from making sure that we can advocate for resources that are available to make sure that everyone has, a pathway to home ownership. So that kind of stemmed from understanding everyone's journey, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. And it's true. So many memories are made inside the home, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like whether it's holidays and birthday celebrations, so many things, good and bad memories, right? They're made inside the home. So that makes sense. That's great. Jema, where's that mission stem from for you? That passion?
Yep. So for me, I was a military kid, so we moved every 3 years. So homeownership really wasn't a topic so much in my family. And then
Okay.
you kind of you hear I'm a Gen X, right? So we didn't have access at our fingertips like way that these new generations do. So I was a young mom. I had my first kid at 19. I just didn't know what was out there. And then as I start working in the mortgage industry and I'm exposed to things and I'm like, man, we could help so many people, right?
Yeah.
I did not work in the mission space majority of my career, but it was always a piece of what I was responsible for. So that passion comes from wanting to help people. Like you just want to expose it all. Like, do you know? Let me help you. Let me show you. You see the communities, you see the want to be better and want to have a safer environment for their kids, and like, man, I know how we can help you do this.
That is wonderful. It's true.
So yeah.
Yeah. Once you get into, first of all, the mortgage industry sucks you in. Like once you're in,
Yes,
you
it does.
Yeah.
never
Yes,
leave.
it does.
Right?
Not going anywhere.
You try to like leave and then it's like it just sucks you back
Yep.
in, right?
Yep.
So but when you see how impactful it is to not only your own life, to the community,
Yep.
for especially, us whether it be single moms, people of color, whatever it is very powerful. There's power in properties. I always say that
Yes.
there's power
Oh,
in
yeah.
properties. I know from personal experience that having multiple properties allows me to move differently. And knowing that I can move differently, there's power in that.
Yeah.
And I
There's
want the
stability.
same, yes, there
Mm-hmm.
is, there is. And I want the same thing like for everyone. I want to just spread the mortgage
Right.
gospel. Like once you
Mm-hmm.
experience it, you're like, right, Marlena? Like you're just
Right. I mean, and especially because that generational wealth, like you think about all that, like you said, it gives you flexibility, like
yeah,
it gives you everything. It is empowered. And then you want it for your children and you want them to know how important it is and make sure they're setting themselves up for success. It just really goes through your veins at that point. So
it really does. I absolutely, absolutely. So I'm really glad that you guys are spearheading an initiative over at your organization. And, I'm excited to see you continue to grow as a team, as an
Mhm.
organization. And I'm sure we'll be connecting. We'll see
Oh,
each other at conferences and stuff like that.
absolutely.
So ending on our kids, because again, Mother's Day, we're all moms. Um, I want to end on a like personal note. So, if you want to either give us one highlight or something special about your kids, or if you want to give them a special message, if you want to tell them something special, the floor is all
I
yours.
was going to pull at the little heartststrings. I mean,
Go
I'll
I was
go.
like, do you want a tear to bust out? Because I was like, it's right here. go, go ahead,
ahead.
James.
Send a little special.
So I have two kids. My son is 26. My daughter is 18. She's a senior in high school. He's graduated from college. She is on her way. She is my mini me. And I just want to tell her, I have watched her do so many things. She's so independent and she's on her way to Virginia Tech. The world is yours, baby girl. Do all the things you want to do and all the things I didn't get to do. The world is yours.
I love it. The world
I
is
love
yours.
it.
Yeah.
Marlena, I know
Oh.
you're two babies, which by the way, her daughter was named after me. I'm just putting it out there, y'all.
She's gonna keep telling that lie until Layla is grown, and I'm gonna have to tell the story about it. Layla's gonna be like, "Who is this woman telling me?"
But what would you either
Uh,
highlight about your children and something special, or what would you tell them? Special message.
so without being emotional, because I think once you have kids, I mean, I could cry at the drop of a dime every time I think about them.
Yeah.
But what I want them to know, I just give it a message, is be yourself and don't let anyone try to change you or to make you feel less than. I want them always to know that they have support so that they can grow up to be confident, well rounded kids, knowing that if you make mistakes, it's okay, get back up, dust yourself off. I'll be here to support your dad, my husband will be here to support, but we also will tell you when you're wrong. But we will always love you and support you. So that's one of the most important messages.
Yeah.
And that won't make me cry. So I'll keep moving on after that.
So, and to my, I've again entered a different season. Um, for Mother's Day means so much more. Like it's different now for me. So, I think that, whew, being a mom is the ultimate love, ultimate
Yeah.
love,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
um, that's it. Like I'm very blessed to be your mother, and it's the most ultimate love that I've ever received, and I thank God for it every day. Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
That's really what it is. I mean, it's we being a mother is so empowering, and experiencing it later and just knowing that you're responsible for these human beings and they love you unconditionally. It's a love that I don't
Yeah.
think you'll ever experience in any
So
other way. So yeah.
with that, thank you, ladies, and the housing initiative.
Thank you. No
Thank
more.
you.
I'm here with you. No more, Delilah. Like, no more. Like,